More than $300,000 and counting. Donations continue to pour in for Dalton Etherly, the controversial influencer known as Chud the Builder.
Known for using the N-word and other provocative language to spark a reaction, he now faces charges of attempted murder for shooting a black man in Clarksville. But it's how he has turned the controversy into cash before and after the shooting. It's raising a lot of questions, and News Channel 5's Investigates Levi Ismail's here with the story. Levi.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we must once again further cover Chud the Builder. Now, a lot of you know that his bond was reduced at one point to $1 million from $1.25 million. He recently went to court, and because he had a case in another county with some other charges, his bond was denied.
Congratulations!
Well, with all that being said, he's also had a fundraising campaign, Give, Send, Go. We know that our boy Alex, he from Predator Poachers, he's also gave up some money, and a host of other people have donated to Chud the Builder. And with all that being said, he also was getting money online, streaming his hateful rhetoric on a streaming platform. It wasn't Kick, it wasn't Twitch, but he did have a platform where he was able to stream all of these unfortunate events and this vile behavior.
Racist devil.
And so they did, Channel News 5 and Fair Use of Channel News 5, they did an expose on how Chud the Builder was raising his money before and after this attempted deletion case. So shout out to Channel News 5, and the title of this video is How Chud the Builder Raised Thousands Before and After the Tennessee Shooting. So we're going to get into this and let Channel News 5 outline how this man was able to get this money and get this type of support. Before I do, if you haven't done so already, hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. If you want to further contribute to the channel, I implore you once again to hit that hype button and catch me, help me out in the algorithm. And of course, hit the Cash App, $ Mr. Normie. So let's listen to this young man and these other fine people here at Channel News 5. Give us some history about Chud the Builder and how he's able to maintain a financial base.
Levi Ismail's here with the story. Levi.
Yes, you know, Dalton Etherly's life revolves around what he does online. It's where Chud the Builder is known for his racist rants, but it's also where he's raised thousands of dollars from complete strangers who pay to see his online antics.
All right, finally, now I can speak.
There's a certain irony to the idea that the man who's clearly not afraid to say whatever comes to mind,
Look what we got here.
is also the same Dalton Etherly,
Shame. Get a white one.
aka Chud the Builder, who's worried his words will somehow be taken out of context.
Now you guys can just see everything.
Etherly said it's why he started posting hours-long racist rants on this YouTube-style site just last month, where he taunts minorities with the Quran,
Hey, real quick, can we do a prayer?
lures the less fortunate with food,
You hungry?
just to make his point.
Want a burger?
Now, again, if I'm not mistaken, y'all can correct me down in the comment section. I believe he was on Kick, and that is a popular streaming platform. A lot of these streamers nowadays are on besides Twitch. They both those sites are giving out heavy endorsements and things like that. But Chud, I believe, got kicked off of Kick, and he found this Pump Fund site where he was still able to stream and still able to garner or gather a following, even though the major platforms, or he would have a better following on the bigger platforms. He was still able to raise money, actually more money. I think they got some kind of crypto thing going on here on Pump Fund. So he was still able to gather a substantial amount of money and a following on Pump Fund. And if you look on X before he got arrested, well, there was all kind of clips of Chud walking around doing all this kind of crazy stuff, calling people the N-word, using the Quran, baiting people with money, homeless people, and having them do things for money. If you could talk to them crazy, I mean, yeah, nasty work.
Hell yeah? All right, but y'all believe in free speech. So white people can say right?
And he's doing all of this
Look at this chimping out. Everybody look at the chimping out.
while carrying a pistol. But Pump Fun is not just the only streaming platform Etherly hasn't been kicked off yet. A closer look, and as it turns out, there's money in hate.
Booga booga.
Where do you work?
We're not working. I'm getting paid $1,000 to do this right now.
This is, of course, the same person who claims everything he's done is in the name of advocating for free speech, now also admitting that he turns controversy into cash.
Now, some of y'all saw, I didn't cover that because I didn't want to get, the community guidelines and things like that, but there was a woman that came out and she has a particular lifestyle and she has a particular biology, if you will, and she says that she knows Chud almost on a personal, well, I would say almost on a very personal basis, if you will, and I'll leave that right there. With all that being said, Chud the Builder, I believe he has, morphed himself into this character now that's Chud the Builder, or I'm sorry, Dalton Etherly into Chud the Builder. And of course, doing this just like Jake Lang in the name of free speech, right? I would call these people habitual First Amendment abusers, right? Again, we are in a free country. You can say whatever you want. It does not, in my opinion, come without consequence, depending on what you're saying. And we've seen that several times with a lot of things that are on the third rail that we can't talk about on YouTube, right? You can say what you want, but it doesn't come without consequences as Kanye West, okay?
So 10,000 followers in 7 days. Every one of my streams, viral clips, several of them. Creator rewards are paying my bills. They're funding the movement.
This site makes it so anyone can spend real money to buy a stake in these free-to-make meme coins. So think investing without any real financials to review or even a business for that matter.
They're really just speculation on attention.
Courtney Werning is an attorney who studied this version of the crypto economy, where she says it's more about building community.
And the people who are investing in this get, a dopamine hit of watching a number go up.
Etherly owned about 3% of this coin that at its peak hit a market cap of just over $4 million. Now, one guess as to when that happened.
Man, I just pray that dude's gonna be all right. Yes, sir. I tried to walk away from him.
This is the last video posted by Etherly titled Chimpin', where you hear him tell first responders that he got into an argument with a black man, Joshua Fox, outside the Montgomery County Courthouse. And that's when he eventually opened fire.
So his coin, the investment into Chud the Builder on Pump Fund peaked when he got to the altercation with this black man. I mean, it's probably gone down since then, but people are probably still donating on Pump Fund. Oh, by the way, he still has the Give, Send, Go. He still has people like Alex Rosen that's still donating to his campaigns. So he still has a following in the name of free speech, which we know that translates to nowadays, right? Depending on what community you're looking at, okay? People are still supporting him. Now he's becoming a martyr, if you will. Amazing.
Said, you start saying all that chimp out to me, I'm gonna hit you. He hit me, started wailing on me, even after I had to defend myself by shooting him.
1 minute later, and seemingly out of nowhere, Etherly suggests that this is the type of thing people would pay to see.
Rich people are saying you'll get rich if you hit this guy. They're all
Wait a minute. I wonder, because I'm pretty sure this stuff will be used in court when he has his inevitable trial for all this mess that happened in front of the courthouse. But you already know, again, like I said in my other video, how people's hip hop rap lyrics have been used in court against him. Some of these juror rappers and other people, their lyrics were used against him in court, and it's been done for decades, ever since the 90s, right? What he said on these live streams about getting rich, about chimping out, about, holding firearms, about how he's going to do bad things to people if they run up on him, all this stuff will be used in court to prove motive, to prove intention, and to go against the narrative or what he's trying to prove, that he acted in self-defense in this matter, this issue, in this case. All right, so hope he's got a good lawyer.
saying if y'all assaulted,
I'm sorry, I hope the lawyer that he has is good.
I will make you rich.
Fox was taken by life flight to Vanderbilt University Medical Center for emergency surgery, while Etherly was treated for accidentally shooting himself. He now sits in jail on $1 million bond pending trial and faces more than 60 years in prison for attempted murder. Meanwhile, his meme coin plunged by millions in just days.
If you can't afford to...
Well, I guess that answers that question. It's over with for your boy.
Set your money on fire and laugh about it, then you should not be putting it into a coin like this, because functionally that's basically the same thing.
Etherly may have made money before the shooting, but soon after, donations began to surge someplace else. $300,000 and counting on this Give, Send, Go, a Christian crowdsourcing site where every comment left behind on this post was more racist than the last. The post says Etherly lost everything after back-to-back arrests, so he planned on using this money to get back on his feet and consider legal options. But News Channel 5 Investigates discovered Give, Send, Go only allows those charged with serious crimes like attempted murder to use all of this money on their legal defense. Emails and calls to Give, Send, Go went unanswered, but soon after, an update was posted to let everyone know this money would go into a trust in accordance with Give, Send, Go policy.
You know that Give, Send, Go wasn't going to take him down. Now, of course, if this was the other side, I keep forgetting, but the one that a lot of people use, I'll draw a blank here, ADHD moment. But anyway, Give, Send, Go is not going to take this man's money down. Okay, but to quell the public, dissension of the public, controversy, they'll make sure it goes to somebody else and not him directly, right? So that way they can get around the whole, legal bit of it, right? So, yeah.
The judge also ruled that none of the money raised through crowdfunding can be used toward bond. Now, if Etherly posts bond, he's required to wear a GPS monitor, have no access to firearms, and comply with a gag order limiting his social media. That means no rants or interviews about what happened. It's not clear what happens to this page moving forward, but it seems whatever Etherly does next.
That's Chud the Builder. Oh my God.
There's an audience who can't wait to listen and maybe even pay.
I don't know. I feel like I was born for this in a way.
The judge in Clarksville has limited how much each bonding company can put up in this case. Etherly will need 10 companies to put up $10,000 each before he could be released. But even if he makes bond in Clarksville, his bond in Nashville on unrelated charges has been revoked pending trial. With News Channel 5 Investigates, I'm Levi Ismail.
So as you can see, like I said, his bond in the other case was revoked. As of right now, I believe that is kind of playing out over this other case. So we'll see if he actually gets bond. But right now, he's still in jail. He's still raising money with Give, Send, Go. He still has donators. All right. He still has people willing to give money to him to hopefully get him out of jail, pending this court case. So we'll see what happens. But now this is how Chud the Builder has amassed his, I guess, now hundreds of thousands of dollars, which some he can use, a lot of it he can't. So he's still in the pickle. He did get 10 people or 10 bondsmen to help him out with the bail. Shout out to Poetic Flacco. But we'll see how all that works out in the future. With that being said, thank you for attending another episode of the Armchair Anchorman. Of course, I'm just a normie here in the chair in front of a webcam giving you the news. Let me know what you think about Chud the Builder's crowdfunding campaign and this pump fund site that allowed him to spew all of this hatred online. Let me know what you think about it down in the comment section. And please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. We're out of the door, and I'll see you on the next video.